Hi there, my name is Father Rayappa. I'm a Catholic priest from the Diocese of Vellore. Today I'm going to talk about the second principle of Jain ethics. I told you we can solve all the problems of the 21st century if we follow the Jaina ethics. The first I already spoke about it, ahimsa. The second one is truth. Practice the vow of truth. What is it? Truth we can discern in our consciousness. It is not something comes from outside and goes within you, but it's within you. Dharma. Dharma is truth. So ultimately it is in your heart and it is in your consciousness and it is in your brain that can tell you what is right and what is wrong. And actually, when you do what your brain tells you, your conscience tells you, and you transfer it into action, that is the truth. If there is a friction when you transfer from your mental ideal to the action, when there is a friction, it is called sin. So that is not right. So, in short, your dharma should be, your truth should be transferred into action without any interruption. So for that, grasping, first word. To practice the vow of truth, grasping. What to grasp? Grasping the essence of dharma. What is right? What is wrong? So it should be based on solid foundation. Probably religion or scriptures or your own consciousness, some tradition, teachings of some good prophets, and also your inner biology or hormones like compassion, empathy, forgiveness. All your emotions also can be a foundation for establishing and to exploring your own truth. So grasping is the main thing, and also you should be able to read a lot of signs and religious teachings of different religious leaders, and you should have ecological intelligence. What is ecological intelligence? We should know how earth works, how earth systems function, what is the relationship of humans towards creation, what is the relationship of animals and plants, what's the relationship between humans and plants, humans and animals, different kind of relationship, how they interact, how they work. So in other words, we should know how our own actions impact creation. Our own global warming, things like greenhouse gases we are putting in nature, what will happen? What are the impacts? So you need to find out the immediate impacts and the long-term, not only short-term impacts, long-term impacts. So that's the ecological intelligence. We should know our own actions, human activity which destroys a natural world. And then we should learn effectively from that experience. Okay, for example, carbon dioxide today too much. It's about 390 parts per million and 880 billion tons of carbon in the atmosphere. Now we know through ecological intelligence we have learned about it. But now how we are going to act? So we do learn about our human activity and the effects of our human actions. At the same time, how to solve them. Okay, too much of carbon dioxide, what are we going to do next? Let us take efforts to bring it down. So the second one is ecological conscience. Conscience means we should formulate ethics. That is wrong. Today we need to rewrite the rules of ethics. The old ethics is, people are not interested. The new ethics, for example, going in a car, it is okay, it's not a sin because we are polluting. But we should write a new law. Even transportation is considered to be not good, not a good activity. You can travel with a better mode of transportation, not destroying earth systems You travel and Earth system is getting all the smoke. And eating non-vegetarian habits, for example, killing animals. We should write a new ethics. That's wrong. That's wrong. I mean, they have life and they got their own families. They have three, rights. The first one is the right to be. The second one is the right to habitat a place. Their right. The third one is to play their role and to fulfill their role in the grand scheme of creation for the common good. In other words, they have a role to play for the common good of the universe, and we don't have any job to interfere that. So these are the three basic rules all life has. Existence always demands rights, isn't it? Without rights, nobody can exist. When you come into the world, the Creator gives you rights. So who are you to interfere with those rights? And truth is that. So we should understand all these kind of underpinnings. That is called ecological conscience. So ecological conscience, in other words, you give action. You transfer into action and you show your emotion and you give your cooperation through ethics and through new philosophies and through environmental action. There are a lot of things. So in other words, both of them, ecological intelligence is about mind, ecological consciousness is about heart. So when you combine both of them together, logic and religion we can call it, logic and emotion we can call it. So it becomes a power, and that is the truth. Then you will not hide one thing and do another thing. So always you will do what your dharma is telling you, a right thing to do. So Mahatma Gandhi was known as a Satyagrahi, isn't it? Satyagrahi. He calls truth force. Truth is powerful, really powerful. Jesus says, ultimately truth shall set you free. He says to the king. Pilate is asking before the crucifixion. Jesus says, I came to the world to do my Father's business, he says. And Pilate asks, what is your Father's business? And Jesus says, witnessing to the truth. In other words, witnessing to dharma, listening to dharma and act accordingly. That is my business and my Father's business. This is the reason why I came into the world. Isn't that nice? So Jesus is talking about dharma, force. Like Mahatma Gandhi, it's a satyagraha. He became a satya, truth force. Even Vinoba Bhave, favorite disciple of Mahatma Gandhi, he also talks about that truth force. When you find truth, you will reject everything. There is no place for dogma. It becomes unnecessary. You will laugh about that. They all look funny to you because you found the truth. Your conscience, that is a small window, you saw the truth. Then everything looks meaningless. And then that is the force. Now you can step into action. That is the power. Ultimately, you are the president of the world and you are the king of the universe because you are able to accept it or reject it. And you are the power, you are a Maharaja of a truth force. Ultimately, that power is translated into action and everything changes for good. The whole world will be filled with truth, with dharma. That is what Jesus says. I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. And he says, truth shall set you free. I think, my dear brothers, sisters, my friends, and please find your own truth in your heart. And I hope you will find it and you will jump into action. I think this world is changed forever. It's going to become a paradise of truthfulness and justice and peace. Happy Christmas. When I talk about truth and justice and peace, happy Christmas to all of you. 2014, okay? Happy Christmas. Thank you.